This is Denton Ventures. And now your hosts, Tony Mendez and Nan Goplerud.
Hello and welcome to Denton Ventures. I'm Tony Mendez, Director of the Murphy Center for Entrepreneurship at UNT.
And I'm Nan Goplerud with the Mayborn School of Journalism at UNT. Together we've partnered with the City of Denton to bring you stories about local entrepreneurs.
And here we are at the Denton Airport, located on over 700 acres at the edge of town. The airport was opened about 70 years ago as a commercial airport. But within the last 8 years, they've experienced tremendous growth. In fact, now they're the busiest general aviation airport in the area.
And there are lots of signs of that growth. The air traffic control tower was built in 2004. The new terminal opened in 2005. The 6,000-foot runway is undergoing a 1,000-foot expansion. And the next step is a new radar display system. So what does this have to do with entrepreneurs? Well, there's an attitude and atmosphere of growth here, and that's created what the airport manager calls an economic engine for entrepreneurs and the whole region.
Any community that has a general aviation airport is in a situation where that airport functions as an economic gateway to the community. As a lot of the business interest, a lot of the economic development comes through the airport into the city. What we've been able to do in Denton is make a transition from being simply an economic gateway to being an economic engine because of the aviation industry that has developed on the airport, actually creating jobs, private investment, and business activity from the airport that benefits the community.
People coming here generates commerce, and the whole city and area benefit from that.
Correct. The aviation industry actually located on the airport, in addition to investing tens of millions of dollars in facilities, generates over 300 jobs here at the airport. The airport private industry payroll is over $9 million a year. And when you add up the goods and services produced annually by business and industry here on the airport, it's over $300 million.
Those are a few important numbers. I know there's some other numbers here that are at work in terms of, plans and runway sizes. Tell me some other numbers here. I think it's fascinating.
We have 27 businesses here on the airport. Now, most of them are small operations doing aircraft maintenance or selling avionics that are small mom-and-pop businesses. But in addition to that, we have at least 4 major industries doing everything from heavy maintenance on large aircraft to providing extensive, as a matter of fact, international flight training, and then aircraft sales and service. It's not only creating revenue into the community, it's basic industry bringing revenue in to the country, because the primary market for the heavy maintenance has been owners of large aircraft from the Middle East and the aviation flight training.
What are the things that, from your end, from the city's end, from the airport's end, you have done or are doing to create this environment that encourages entrepreneurship here?
Well, while we've had literally tens of millions of dollars of private investment in the airport over the past 7 to 9 years, during that same time period, we've constructed more than $24 million of public infrastructure improvements to not only accommodate those business interests, but to help attract additional business as we develop the balance of the land available on the airport. We're really about a 735-acre aviation industrial park, and only about a half of that area is currently developed.
You've got pad sites out here, you're putting in some roads. I mean, you're really making some changes right now to encourage that.
We have a project in the southeast portion of the airport, a taxiway extension. It's about a 2,035-foot taxiway extension that'll open up approximately 22 net acres for new development of aircraft hangars, It will also provide a large area to actually market for aviation industry to come in that needs to be on an airport with taxiway access, but that's also producing jobs and sales of goods and services annually that benefit the community.
You've got a lot of plans. There's a big future here.
Right.
How is that all being received?
Actually, it's being received very well. Now, as you can imagine, the airport having been here since the 1940s and serving the individual general aviation pilot, most of the people in the area have seen the airport from time to time and have thought of it as a small community general aviation airport. What many in the community have not realized is just how much investment and growth has taken place at the airport over the past 7 to 9 years. And of course, one of our objectives is to introduce the community to the benefits of their airport and how it's helping, not only to serve the aviation industry and individual pilots here at the airport, but is, again, an economic engine benefiting the entire community. And when you take into consideration the improvements in service, the radar display, the security enhancements, perimeter fence, as well as interior security that are part of the runway construction project, and then the physical addition of 1,000 feet to the runway, we'll be able to attract more, not only larger jets, corporate aircraft coming in, but more aviation industry.
Quentin Hicks and his staff recently rolled out their latest ambitious development plan for here at the airport.
And no one is watching that plan closer than one of the fastest growing companies here at Denton Airport. When we return, we're going to take you inside U.S. Aviation Group.
For your next vacation, visit the waterfront that's right here in Denton.
Mom, it's right down the street.
So enchanting and alluring.
It's called Waterworks.
It's a place where every day outdoes the next, and life comes a little easier.
You can lay out while we swim.
It's a place where worries seem to disappear.
Let's go to that.
People the world over call it paradise. We call it home.
We are UNT. With more than 250 degree programs, we are the region's largest and most comprehensive university, where the pursuit of knowledge redefines life's possibilities and leads to countless real-world successes. The University of North Texas, the choice of nearly 35,000 students and home to a zillion opportunities. Discover it for yourself. Discover UNT.
This is the home base of U.S. Aviation Group. It was actually created by 3 entrepreneurs, and they were all successful in other fields.
And we've heard this story so many times before. Successful entrepreneurs, they sell their business, they have plans to retire, kick back, play a little golf, but the entrepreneurial concepts are still going around in their heads. One of the ideas they had was to train pilots, and that landed them here at Denton Airport.
Well, we have 3 divisions that we have in place, or 2 and 1 coming. First, and our primary one, is flight training. We provide flight training to both domestic students and international students. International students being our primary source of students. We have students from all over the world, from China, India, Saudi Arabia, Egypt, even South and Central America. So a diverse population of flight training students.
And you have over 150 students?
Approximately 150 international students and another 20 to 40 domestic students at any one time. The next division is our aircraft maintenance, and maintenance and providing avionics services, which is the instrumentation of the aircraft. So first and foremost, we have to maintain our own aircraft. We have a fleet of approximately 40 aircraft that we use in our flight school, so we have the necessity of maintaining those aircraft. But in addition to that, we also maintain aircraft for business people in the area or individuals who own their own aircraft, and so we provide that service to our community.
We see some of the aircraft that you have here, and I can just imagine the technical expertise that you have to work on these aircraft.
Certainly, it's years of training for many of these guys, and it's a specialized crew that we've got there. And actually, we've broken it up into 2 facilities. We have the facility where we're sitting here that is for our what we call our external customers, our customers that they're not our aircraft, it's the ones who are bringing the aircraft to us for maintenance. And then across the way in our other hangar is where we maintain the aircraft that are our own aircraft that are used in our flight school.